Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium. At any time the TCU Horned Frogs take the field, they have a standard, a legacy to live up to. One that was established by the likes of Slingin' Sammy Baugh, Davey O'Brien, and LaDainian Tomlinson. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on another SEC rival, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The first down for the offense. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Rides to the back. Keeps the legs moving. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Looking downfield, it's Cooks. He'll try to do it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up, and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He's looking on the right side. And it's caught inside the 25. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Sooners have their offense in high gear. He'll do it himself. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners!
And these design QB runs, man, they really test the physicality of this defense. Knowing this quarterback's going to tote the rock, they know that there's now an extra blocker, so somebody on defense is going to have to make a superhuman effort, get off a block and make a play. They could not get that done right now.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. On first down, here comes this offense. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. Second down coming up.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Makes the pass. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. To throw, it's Cooks. Using his feet to buy time. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got his man downfield. And they swarm him under.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Trying to set up the screen, and he throws the interception. Touchdown Sooners! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
And how about that play by this defense, reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, heavyweights trading punches today in a top 5 battle, and now it's a final. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. Always interesting to see top 5 teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. On the run, it's Casey. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
29 Philly.
He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Spins away from the defense. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
The Sooners will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Oklahoma! What a catch and run for 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point makes it 28-0.
TCU 0.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, TCU.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going, looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Trying play action. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. He's got him wide open. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second.
Oklahoma 28, TCU 0.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line.
Let's go!
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frog! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Running game got stuffed on first down, still from their own 25 on 2nd and 10. He'll fire to his right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, I tell you what, a lot of times you roll your quarterback to the right or to the left, in this case the right, and you're trying to get him outside the pocket to buy him a little bit of time, get him off that spot, take some deep shots, and he missed, but it was a nice shot down the field.
Buys a little time with his feet. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab outside. It's Casey. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. He wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. To the air, it's Cooks. And the quarterback is snowed under.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
A run for the quarterback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB design run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. They get to him as he throws. It's caught. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
From the gun, give on the inside. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Trying to get the corner on the jet sweep. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Man, this really puts your defense in a bind when you got a quarterback with that much speed. It almost cuts the field in half. I got to play jet sweep on this side. You got to play quarterback on the other side and be extremely disciplined.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown Sooner.
Well, they go back to the option play. Now this is the 2nd time, Pollock, this QB has scored running this scheme offensively.
Yeah, and as a defense, you got to understand when you're playing the option, it's responsibility football. I got to stop my assignment. I can't get caught in somebody else's business. You could tell this defense not really ready for this quarterback run game. They better figure it out, or it's going to be a long game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, TCU! And once he got loose, it was all over.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Tennessee is in trouble right now, and that Neyland Stadium crowd is letting them hear it. They're trailing by 35 to Auburn. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the ground with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. 2nd down coming up. Running back goes in motion. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
This quarterback part of their running game. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The Sooners are in the hurry-up. On the ground, it's Wells. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. 3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Fights off a defender. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
He's going to take off. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of hands.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now on second down. Looking to pass. It's Cooks. Using his legs to buy some time. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
The Sooners looking to convert on fourth down. Looking left. Got it past the marker. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, oh man, what a day. His third touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, that's a good day.
42, TCU 14.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Fair catch called for and made. Only 10 seconds remaining here in the first half as they put it in play, 1st and 10.
Let's go! Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
Looking to move it through the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
6 yards on the play. Brings up second down.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
First half. With the score, Oklahoma 42, TCU 14.
And the Sooners will boot it away to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Hit as he throws. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started.
Get set, get set.
The give. Bounding over the top. And how much